Hooray! Hooray! My knowledge panel is back. I am back as S. Rob, not Rob B. Shuey. That's right, because I was Rob B. Shuey because it was a cock-up. It probably wasn't Google's fault. It was probably Vladimir Putin of Russia that hacked Google and buggered up my knowledge panel, not just mine, probably many other people's knowledge panels as well. I know that some other people had problems too. And what they did was Google managed to put it right. Google genius. Google genius have fixed it. I was a bit harsh on them before. I was a bit harsh and I apologise because they're actually geniuses for giving me back my knowledge panel. There's S. Rob and Simon Rob. I've got a little bit to say for Simon Rob. Which means it's got my picture, my books, and my name on. Which is great. It's very, very good. I'm very happy. Very happy man. Yes, so now I've got my knowledge panel back as normal. It's coming up to Christmas time at the moment. When it comes out, it's the 14th of December 2024. And things are about as normal. Meaning a normal amount of shit, as per usual. Not too much from online nowadays. It seems to be mostly in real life for a team to get it. And mystically speaking, it seems like the police don't really want to do anything. I could be wrong on that, but it seems like they don't really want to. I guess, we couldn't see anyone putting anything in on the video. So that means there was something in the drink that found something, but mystically the video can't find anybody. Yeah. But my local police are very loath on arresting actual criminals. Especially ones like drug dealers and people like that. God knows why. See, they must be a bit thick. They think that's what drives the local economy, isn't? It's the middle class people drive the local economy. They're the ones with the money, the ones with the middle class jobs. Not your bus drivers that they give more money to and say, yeah, your bus driver need more money. It's not them. It's not the tradesmen. It's not any of those people. It's the middle class people, because those are the ones that spend money, that save money. They're the ones with the money, collectively speaking. You've got a few rich people at the top, but actually most of the money is in the middle. But the top people control it. That's how it works out. That's how it ends up working out. But it's basically a huge swathe of middle class that they get ignored, that run everything, that fund everything. Those are the ones that should be worrying about, because those are the ones that pay for everything. You know, pay all the taxes. You know, end up going private healthcare. Although they paid for the healthcare already, for paying for the NHS. You know, we end up doing that in the UK sometimes. You've got NHS, but it's that late, or they don't offer things you need. You end up going private anyway. So the pay the taxes, end up going private when they'd rather not, when they'd rather just use NHS because they're already paid for it. And they end up going doing the thing, you know, basically speaking, they're doing all investing, and they make all a lot of the purchases, the big purchases of things, you know, they're the group. Some members of that group spend less than others, some invest more, a lot of them spend mostly. But they basically drive the economy in the gentrified areas and then get completely bloody ignored in County Durham as a general rule. And a lot of the areas of the north get ignored completely. You know. I'm defending it by profession. I'm just defending it by what job you do, which I know I don't really think of that. I don't really think of class at all in relation to me. But reality speaking, whichever class I am, it's the middle class which drive things, and they're the ones that should be paying attention to. And they don't bloody ignore them. See, a lot of the policemen are basically very working class. And that's not a criticism, you know. The area I'm in was traditionally working class area, but they are very working class. But he's doing what, can he bit of money he's making, mind? And that's how they think. So I think they're driving the ones that they think they're driving the economy. You see, the guy with the fruit and veg store, he's making a canny bit of money. Him like he's the thing. The same with drug dealers. I think he's making a canny wonga there, man. He's driving the economy. They're not. It's the middle class that drive the economy. They're the ones that drive the whole bloody thing. You know. There's middle class people with more money in their ISAs than most of your drug dealers will see in their frigging lifetime. Because you see, drug dealers can't invest the money unless you're really, really big. Because if they do, they take it off them because it's called the Proceeds of Crime Act. So there's not much they can actually do with it except buy more drugs to take. You know, some of them will have money and they do things. But bottom line is, they underestimate the middle class wealth and how much money some of them have. You know, so it appeals to people. You see, oh, but you buy drugs for this much, you sell for this much. You buy birthday cards for this much and sell them for this much. The market on birthday cards is as higher than on drugs. So what makes you think that Clinton cards or only these small card shops are making less? Why should we be making less? The markup's higher. You know, why shouldn't some guy with a shop or a chain of a small chain of card shops be making less money than a drug dealer when his markup's higher? Because it's legal. Don't think so. That's not the way it works. If there's a good bigger markup on something, there's a demand, then that's it. And people still buy birthday cards all the time. If people buy bloody birthday cards, to buy Christmas cards and bloody Easter cards, get well cards, they buy bloody cards for anniversaries, they buy loads of cards. And you always buy what? You buy them like several birthdays and this, you buy more than you think you're buying. You don't realise how many of these cards you buy. Average person buys quite a few, you know. So why shouldn't they make as much money or more money? But that doesn't compute, you see, because that just doesn't look right. Because then this must make more because they go to jail for a long time. But is it not obvious the smart people in drug dealing would have gotten out when the sentences went up? See, originally the sentences were very, very low and the profits were very large. So they thought, okay, low chance of going to jail, high profits, wonderful. But then they put this up as well. That's no good, because a really clever criminal is going to know he's going to go to jail eventually. So it's part of his plan. Going to jail will be part of his plan as to how he acts. You know? What he does is not thinking, I'm never going to get caught. He's thinking, I will get caught, but it'll be okay because I'll do this with my money and this here, and I'll be working along here, and I'll making this much money, and I'll taking this risk for this amount, and that's what the clever ones would do. But when they put your sentences up, no longer mathematically worked out, you were no better off because you make this much money, but you spend this amount of time in jail. So how were you better off? You weren't. You were spending time there as your pleasure. You didn't have the money that you could do. You were risk and reward ratio. You know what I mean? Risk and reward is probability times by outcome, which in this case would be how much money do you make, your outcome, times by the probability that you're going to go to jail. That's how I would work it out. You know, how long are you going to spend in jail, I should say. You know, and work it out like that. And then maybe put a discount factor because you don't want to spend all your life in jail, but some don't mind, and do it like that. And that's maybe what they should do. What I would do, but they don't, because there wouldn't be any drug dealers because they put the sentences up that far. They don't think that far. You know. But you see, that's in the mind of the police. That's how it works out. I mean, some property people do very well. Some don't. Most average property person has like one property, or if they have two, one's got a mortgage on it. But some property people do really well. I mean, really, really, really well. Let's get honest. There's more authors on the Times risk list than there is drug dealers. They get on occasionally through smuggling and things like this and doing other things, but there's more authors on. And when they are on, they're normally on for real estate, drug dealers and people like that, they're normally on for real estate and things that got used to loan the money through, to be fair. So it's got a boost through investment. But authors get on, there's more of them on than there is of them. So I don't know how that works out. You know? But like I said, they seem to underestimate the wealth of the importance of middle class people who are middle class professions, civil servants, your people, office workers, and all the whole band of people in management professions and things like that. You know, so you just get completely discounted. And all they're interested in at the moment seems to be like is the idea that everyone has to get a good wage. He's doing his job, he's get a good wage. But is it a high skill job? If it's a job everybody can do, it's unrealistic to expect it to get a good wage for a job that everybody can do. if everybody can do something, why should they be getting a good wage? Because they can retrain for something better. It's like always there's going to be a shortage if we don't pay them. Why would there be a shortage of a job that's easy to do? Because everybody that can't get the other job will take that job rather than be unemployed. You know? It's this idea everybody has to get paid the same. That's what at the heart, that's what it comes from. It's the idea everybody must get paid the same. You know, if everybody was paid the same, they'd be happy, regardless. But who's going to do the difficult jobs? You know? Who would do the difficult jobs? Everybody gets paid the same. I can't see, though, the logic of that, how that's going to work. You know? No one's going to go to frigging university for years and years and years or do some really horrible, dirty job if they're getting paid the same as some guy who's doing an easy job that doesn't need any training or any skill. You know? I mean, the bottom line is, some jobs like surgeon is probably a dirty job being a surgeon. It feels all nice and great, but all this blood everywhere and stuff, blood and nasty stuff, you know? If you said to a surgeon at the start of his career before he trained, okay, we're going to pay you the same as a binman. You can be a binman all your life, or you can be a surgeon, but a surgeon is going to be a dirty job and you won't get paid anymore. So you sod that wash to spend, 7, 8, how many years at university, this many years as a junior doctor, as a junior surgeon training up. When I can get another dirty job as a binman and get paid the same, I'll just have some bins around. Be easier. I'll make more money because I won't spend any time at university. You know, it's just, I don't get it. But yes, my knowledge panel is back, which is good. So I'm going to leave it there, leave it with my knowledge panel back. Thank you very much. And it's stuck, or the cursor's stuck. How about in the stream? So I'm sure I guess that. Okay. How about in the stream? The cursor's gone buggered. Cursor's buggy. End.